So my name's Ciara Cooke. I'm a junior studying abroad from Ireland and my sport's basketball. So I came through the program Study USA, which is part of the British Council. There's 40 spots, I think a couple of hundred applicants every year. And there's this a long application process. So you have your initial application and then several interviews after that. If you get through the first couple of rounds, they match your personality with the college that they think you're most suited to. I've had a really good year at Edgewood. It's been a really rewarding experience. I've got to achieve a lot of things that I've always wanted to do in life. So I got to play basketball in America for one, which is a huge deal for me. Studying here, I've been able to get more independent by living on campus and having to get out of my shell by just meeting new people. I think one of the best moments and scariest moments probably was at the very start. So I just arrived on campus and I was wanting to figure out what sports I could play. So I went to the Edge Dome and just asked Al Brizak, the athletic director. I was like, what sports can I play on campus? So he said, why don't you join the open gym for women's basketball? So I was so scared going in that night to the open gym. But when I walked in the door, they were all so friendly and I knew straight away that I was going to have a family on Edgewood. Well, back home, sport's a huge part of my life. So I play both basketball and netball. Netball is basketball without dribbling or no backboard. And I knew I wanted to stay active. Here, what I think students aren't really aware of are how lucky they are to have the resources that are available here. Back home, 6 practices a week is a lot of time, and that's great that you have that facility. Whereas back home, I feel participating in elite sport is a personal sacrifice. So there's huge financial contributions involved. If you're wanting to play your game, you're not going to get a bus to the game. We have to drive 4 hours and then hop out of the car and play your basketball game. So it's nice lying on that bus, so really appreciate it. I think it was quite shocking. It was a shock to the system at the start, so I had to get familiar with my environment and get used to all the different people and different accents and communicating with them so that they could understand me. There's different cultural things that I had to get used to, even though you think it's similar. Tipping is not mandatory really at home, whereas here tipping is so common, so I had to get used to doing that. Well, from living here, I think the most surprising aspect and what advice I would give to people is that cheese, it doesn't belong on everything. I picked a good year to come because we had a trip to Puerto Rico, which was really amazing, and I loved even the outreach and volunteering we got to do there. We went to the Boys and Girls Club and that was really rewarding. It sticks out in my mind. And even when we're here in Wisconsin, we got to go to the old folks home and help them and sit and play bingo with the residents, and that was really fun. So I'm going traveling for a little bit over the next month and then I return home. So I have 1 more year of college left and then I'll graduate. I'm studying accounting, so I have to do professional exams after college, but I plan to do a master's, which will reduce my professional training time. And it means I get to play basketball for another 2 years at home. It's not like here where you're limited to 4 years playing time. You can play as long as you're in college, so definitely going to do that. I've signed a job contract. I did an internship in the summer before I came here, so in KPMG, which is a big 4 accounting firm. So obviously a huge part of my whole basketball experience has been Coach Huff, and I just want to say a huge thanks to her. She's really an inspiring and motivational coach, and she helped me find the love and passion for basketball again. I think this is a hard one to express, but I just want to tell them how thankful I am because they really made this year the best it could be for me. I want to say I love them all so much and I believe in them, and I know this year we had great times together, great wins, but as Coach would say, tough times as well, tough losses at the end, and I know next year they can learn from that and really succeed, and I'll be following them and watching them from back home. I will remember this year as taking every opportunity I had, and I would encourage everyone, if they're ever given opportunities like this, to take it. I always live my life by the saying, time is the currency of life, spend it wisely. It's been great. I'm glad I came to Edgewood. It's the best place I could have been.